Now, here's Loveline.
1-800-LOVE-191 with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
Are you insane?
Hey, it's the Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla, and that is Dr. Drew. Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number, 310-854-4455. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician, Dixon Medicine specialist. He's got PABA in him. How was that Hawaii?
Fantastic.
Yeah?
Spectacular.
What'd you do?
Nothing.
What island you go to?
Maui.
Is that the garden one?
It's a nice one.
But what do they call it?
More than a
Don't
few
they
people.
call that one? Don't they have a name for every island? You got the big island?
I don't know. But it's probably where you've been, right?
No, I've never been to Maui. I went to Honolulu.
Right.
Is that an island?
No.
That's a bay?
Yeah. The city.
Is this city on which island? Hawaii? It's kind of confusing that there's one island called Hawaii, isn't there?
And I can never figure out whether the Honolulu's on Oahu or Hawaii. Forget all that. Listen.
All right.
More than a few people came up to me and asked about you. And their take was, oh, he must love Hawaii. He's just homage to Hawaii every night. We think so much of him bringing a mahalo. That he must
really?
Just come here
yeah.
all the time. And I thought, no, he's never been here. No, wait, he must have been here once because he recognized the mahalos on everything.
I went there once and I sat in a strip club the entire time in Honolulu. But if any of you, well, we don't have Hawaiian listeners, do we?
No.
All right.
Viewers. This is viewers.
Oh, I see. They have TV over there?
They have TV. And it's on earlier, so that's why everyone's awake when it airs over there.
Oh, okay, with the time difference. Yeah. All right, so you had a good time?
Nice. It was essential to the health of my family. I'm not kidding.
Sure. Why do you have to turn everything into some sort of therapy?
No.
You went, you had a good time, you got loaded.
No. Listen.
Kids vomited.
I needed to spend time with them. I'm telling you something. Listen, you remember the week before I left what our life was like?
Yeah.
We were going to kill each other. It's also good for our relationship that we left.
All right. Okay. Well, maybe I'll just leave now.
Me?
Yeah. I think we do better when we're apart.
Did we?
Oh, boy, it was a love affair. Me and Dr. Marcel and Dr. Bruce. Those guys are so smart and good looking, too. I mean, I'm not one of them, but if I was, I'd be blowing both those guys constantly,
You sure you weren't?
Well, look, I had to give a little something to Dr. Bruce. He drove all the way out here from Redlands. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's got like $80 worth of gas. He wasn't going to leave empty-handed. And wouldn't give him a T-shirt, so I had to get down on my knees. What are you going to do? Chris Owens is here tonight from the X-Files. He plays the smoking man's son. Drew?
Yeah.
You're familiar with the X-Files, right?
The name.
All right. It's a huge show,
I know. We saw the movie on one of our flights somewhere.
You did? We did?
Yeah.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Oh, I was so drugged up and drunk, I never know where I am. I immediately get on the drugs as soon as I get on the plane, and then I start boozing. Anytime you see that label that says do not take alcohol with this prescription, to me that means it makes it work better or it makes it more potent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand. Yeah,
Okay.
That's the only way you could pull off that visual spectacle you put on every time you fly.
There's a few things when I see the sign they register as different things to me. Like when I see a sign, I see a stop sign, and then I see underneath it it's 4-way. That means speed up.
Right. Get through it.
Yeah, when I see the prescriptive drugs that have the do not drink with this, that means you should drink.
That's why you have the sort of the Pee Wee Herman earplug sticking out of your ears. You've got the Gilligan's Island eye shades, Thurston Howell eye shades.
It's important for me to get my sleep. All right, so we're going to get Chris in here in just a few minutes. Look at Drew. It's a whole new Drew. Brian is 19. He's on the phone. Brian?
Yeah, Adam, what's up?
Hey.
How you doing, buddy?
Good.
Hey, I called before about mountain biking. You remember that?
Yeah, you had you smoked a lot of weed.
No, that was...
Yeah, you used to smoke a lot of weed.
No.
You hurt your testicle?
No, I was worried about getting...
Listen, every mountain bike call has to do with either a hurt testicle or smoking a lot of weed.
No.
What was it?
It was just, my testicles, But anyway.
Hey, people do not appreciate how much damage you could potentially do to your perineum, which is where all the nerve that supplies the genitalia lies. And people get problems with urinary pain and frequency and even potentially sexual dysfunction. I mean, you push on that pudendal nerve too hard and you can crush it.
Mm-hmm. But that's not my problem tonight.
Okay. What's your
All
problem?
right. My problem is, I don't know if it's a problem or not, but I've been going out with this girl named Rebecca. And she's just, incredible. We've been going out for about 2.5 weeks. And since we started going out, I haven't masturbated at all.
Yeah.
And before then, I used to, hit it like 2 times a day, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But since then, I just haven't had any desire, and like we've had sex a couple times.
2.5 weeks. There's
What,
some
two-
quick
isn't that
math
long
here.
time?
So yeah, you're like 35 in the hole. I mean, if you're going
But
twice
he's
a day.
been in sexual relations.
Catch up a little bit, but I mean, we've had sex, but you know, each time I don't last more than 5 minutes, and I don't know what's
So is
going
that your question?
No, I'm like, why don't I masturbate? You know, why don't I feel the urge anymore? Is it just,
Because your sexual energy is focused on a real person.
Listen, don't call us and waste our time with why you don't masturbate. I don't know why you don't masturbate.
It
If you
seems-
stopped, you stopped. You want to start, you start.
Look, it seems like normal biology. You're fine.
I had a wet dream 3 nights ago.
No,
Yes.
my God.
34.
Oh my
Thank you.
God.
Friend, that's right.
Are you okay?
Fine.
Well, you know what that means.
I made the mistake of not masturbating for like almost 2.5 days.
Oh, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
What happened? I mean, that's like you must have been. Were you suicidal or something?
I don't know what I was
Were you
thinking.
it's because I was gone. You're depressed.
Yeah, my source of inspiration was in Hawaii. So,
Oh my God! I've never.
I didn't know what the hell was going on. Thank God I was masturbating in my dream, which is ridiculous. If you think about
Same
it.
boner, different
Aren't
jizz.
you embarrassed?
Am I embarrassed?
Yes.
I wouldn't have brought it up
I mean,
if I
at
was
least-
embarrassed. Why? It's a biological
Yeah, but
act,
the
you know?
the wet dream itself, but the content of the wet dream was pretty embarrassing.
The fact that I was masturbating and had the wet dream and I was masturbating in myself. I know it sounds really pathetic. I know how pathetic it must sound, but here's what I figured about it. You know, in your dreams, it's important to keep things on a somewhat realistic level. Otherwise, you're going to wake up.
So it had to
that's
be
my theory.
what you were missing. It's like you're dreaming that you're going to urinate when you get up. And
If I was in my dream having sex with
Anybody.
you fill in the supermodel's
a
name,
person.
Claudia Schiffer, whoever, I would wake up because I would go, no way are you nailing Claudia Schiffer.
Right.
But if I was masturbating to Claudia Schiffer,
You could finish.
that's believable. And that's what kept me going.
I
You
feel
see, I know myself better than myself knows
so
myself.
sorry for your girlfriend.
She was there.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Horrible.
It wasn't pretty. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know it till like an hour later. Oh, that's bad. Gonna have to tip the maid tomorrow because that's
Oh, it's
that's
so
trouble.
horrible.
John, you're 32. I know it's been 20 years.
But really, I'm worried about you. Everything okay?
I don't know. Is it? Might I have some tumor or something?
No, I mean, you've never. I mean,
Oh, I see.
for you to miss your stride. I mean, we've been in some
Well,
extraordinarily physically stressful
I know.
endeavors. You didn't miss a beat,
This is what happened.
or you missed a beat and you'd like complain for 3 days.
Yeah, but
What
no,
happened?
I don't know.
Cranberries.
I fell off. I don't know. I'm back on now though. John,
Hello.
hey, you're 32.
Yeah, I'd like to welcome Dr. Drew back. Wasn't
you.
the same without him last week.
God bless you, John.
And I want to tell you, you probably do have some listeners in Hawaii. I'm actually calling from Canada, listening to you on the internet.
Oh, really?
So you maybe have a few there that way.
Interesting.
Anyway, I had a question about caffeine addiction.
Mm-hmm.
Actually about a week ago, I decided I was going to kind of quit cold turkey, something I used to do, every year or so, and I hadn't done it for about 3 years.
Quitting on coffee.
Yeah, coffee and actually more or less all, colas and, anything with caffeine in it.
Right.
And, typically before it, you'd have headaches and stuff for maybe a day or two.
Mhm.
But this time it lasted for like 5 days. And I was just wondering, is it possible, was there something else going on, or could it just really take that long to kind of get off of it?
The easy answer is it can take that long. Okay.
Yeah.
Headaches are a funny thing, though. They are often multifactorial. There's often more than one thing contributing to the cause of the headache, whether it is tension or vascular or sort of unknown elements. It's not at all uncommon for headaches to be triggered by one thing but perpetuated or contributed to by other elements, like tension probably most commonly. But now that it's over, you're off caffeine, don't worry. Interestingly, caffeine is also a treatment or can help migraine headaches if you're not already addicted.
To the caffeine.
Yeah.
So not even, well, you say addicted, but yeah, you don't have caffeine in your system
You know
on a
what?
regular basis. Is that what that means?
Right. I'm glad you called me on that. Dependent
yes.
on caffeine, because there's really no such thing as caffeine addiction per se.
Why not?
Because it doesn't progress. There's no progressive consequences from caffeine use.
You mean you don't do more, or it doesn't get worse? So who
You
cares
don't-
if you drink 3 pots a day?
You don't continue. Things don't happen to you because of it, and if they did, you would stop.
Uh-huh. See, people think addiction is just anything that you want to quit that you can't really quit.
Again, formally, it has to be in the face of consequences. And then why would you want to quit if it's not doing anything to you?
There's some people that just say, okay, I drink 2 cups of coffee a day, but it makes my teeth yellow, so I want to quit.
There's a consequence.
All right, wise ass. I had to come up with something when you said, why do you want me to quit? And listen.
They would stop. If they really had a real consequence, they would stop.
All right. Emily,
Yeah?
you're 17.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Okay. Well, I lived in Germany for a year, and I was a foreign exchange student.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a boyfriend over there. And now I moved back to the United States. And we were going to hold our relationship to be one of those long-distance things. And he bought a plane ticket to come and visit me for Christmas. But somehow, I don't know, I feel disgusted with seeing him now.
Disgusted.
Well, not really disgusted, but just, I don't know, I don't want to see him. I don't want to talk to him. Whenever he calls, I just feel annoyed, and
How old is he?
he's 19.
Well, was it something about the relationship or something about your life now?
I think it's because my life has changed so much over here.
What's different?
New friends, and I don't know, I'm back to my regular lifestyle.
You know, it's weird. I've spoken to many a woman, ex-girlfriends included, who are now repulsed. Like, they get disgusted, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And they go, oh, I can't believe I went out with that Stu Grunberg. He is, this good. They start shaking and stuff. And, you know, guys don't do that. I mean,
Yeah.
guys wouldn't go out with, be intimate with, and get it on with someone who they didn't have some physical whatever, or even if they did.
But it's a broader field for guys, too.
True.
Even if it's the world's most ugly woman, they still wouldn't really care.
Yeah.
They just go, just get drunk, I'll go back again. But women get like, it's like someone implanted a different brain in them like 6 months later. They go, oh, what was I thinking? And then it's like they got to take that shower where they can't get clean.
Exactly.
Kind of look, ooh. What is that with you women? Drew, have you ever done that with a woman where you went like, ooh?
No.
No, guys go, I missed that. Just one more time. Should have done it one. You know what? And I think back at that time, you could have done it once more when you're in the middle of your relationship. Now the relationship's over for 10 years. You go, should have done it that one more time. Like you'd be enjoying it now.
Just thinking about that one.
Right.
Emily, you got to tell him. You've got to
Yeah.
communicate it to him somehow.
When's he coming?
Well,
Christmas.
and I asked him if he could, like,
98?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I asked him if his ticket was refundable. I was kind of blunt about it, but he said it's not, and he said that he's kind of coming anyway.
You
Well-
mean anyway, not just for you?
Yeah, well, he said, I'm like, well, I have a lot to do, and you just stress me out.
All right, look, you've given him a good sort of message.
What happened to you?
I don't know.
Did you have sex with let's call him Horse?
Yeah, well, we were
Did you
together.
climb on that horse when you were in Germany?
Yeah, but
You did.
I was with the horse for about, like, 8 months or something.
Uh-huh, in Germany, okay.
Yeah.
And this is kind of your first boyfriend?
No.
No. First boyfriend, you wouldn't be disgusted.
Mm-mm.
Why are you disgusted over someone you were intimate with and with for, almost a year?
She's irritated. She didn't say disgusted.
I'm not absolutely disgusted, but every time I talk to him,
He aggravates her.
yeah, and
He's kind of
This kid's getting a little pathetic now.
he's intrusive and he's clingy and this stuff.
things over and over and over again, and uses the same phrases, and
Yeah, this is that thing that women do, right? They're cruel.
Yeah,
that
they
cruel
just start
part.
hating a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, God forbid he should express his feelings. Now he's screwed.
Yeah.
He's going to be looked at as weak and pathetic.
Irritating, clingy, nice.
God knows the number of times I've done that. I got to say something about you women. You complain all the time about not finding a guy to treat you right, but man, you've, if it's not Dave Duchovny, you're disgusted. You know what
Pissed.
I mean? You want some good-looking guy who's real aloof to treat you right, but you just your regular average schmo kind of guy who's sort of in your league. Man, when he starts treating you real right, you look at that as spineless and weak. I think you grow out of it later. Once you get older, you just want to be. It's like, just don't booze, don't hit me, and don't screw my kid, and you're in. That's guys. Believe me, your day will come. All those belles of the ball and the queens of the prom and all that who aren't looking at you twice now. Don't worry. You hit them up. You hit them up 29 when they're 29 or 30. They had a hysterectomy. Kid.
Divorce.
Saving up for a little liposuction. 2 divorces.
All right, but Emily's got to tell this guy in more clear. I mean, don't worry about what he's going to do with the ticket. He's already. That's his responsibility. Tickets may not be refundable, but he can use it for some other travel later. For God's sakes, and he needs to know what he's dealing with.
Well,
clearly, you've given him a reasonable message.
Telling him to hammer that ticket is pretty clear.
But it sounds like you're going to have to be brutally clear to this guy.
Yeah, it could be a language barrier. Okay. Take one more call here. Sean.
Hey.
Hey, you're 15.
Hey, what's happening?
Hey, nothing.
Sorry. I had a question. I'm 15 and my girlfriend's 16. Her name's Rebecca, and I guess we've been going out for about
Rebecca, right?
a year.
You know Rebecca.
Oh, Rebecca?
Yeah.
Rebecca.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rebecca. We've been going out for about a year, and just last couple of weeks, she's just been acting like, I don't know how to say it besides horny. Not that she's not always like that, but.
How old is she?
She's 16. And anyway, she's been hinting, and that she wants to, have sex, and I don't have a lot of experience in this. I mean, I've had girlfriends before or whatever, but
Are you ready for that?
I don't know. I don't think I.
Okay, that's fine. No, not being ready is a.
Yeah, but what's he say?
What does he say to her?
Yeah.
He's not ready for that. Can't he say that he's into the relationship, but he's just uncomfortable with this?
It's kind of weird for 15, 16-year-old guys who are supposed to be horny. I
think it's a sign of the times.
Sean? Oh, you mean Sean being gay?
Yeah. No.
Sean? What? Drew thinks you being gay is a sign of the times. I disagree wholeheartedly.
I'm gay. Hey,
I told you.
Adam.
How old is your girlfriend, Rebecca?
16.
16?
Yeah.
Yeah. Has she been with guys?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't really asked her about that. I think.
Why don't you start talking with her about the kinds of relationships you guys have had, and what you do and do not want from this relationship? I mean, a woman can respond to intimacy much more readily than a guy. Okay, that she will appreciate that ability to contact her and discuss with her what your feelings are. And if your feelings are that you're not ready to do this, I bet she will be quite okay with that. She's probably just doing what she thinks you want to do.
Right.
And she'll take her time with you. I'm sure of it. I really am. Unless there's some real history in her past where she's been abused or something, and then God knows what her reaction will be.
All right. You'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Trust your instincts. Assert your feelings.
Every 15-year-old guy should have your problems. Okay. I saw my grandma yesterday.
Yeah.
And she said, did you tell Dr. Drew it's clitoris, not clitoris? And I said, Grandma, by the way, she just wove that right into the conversation, me and the girlfriend sitting over there. We were talking about movies.
Were you talking about your wet dream or anything?
No, but that'll be the topic of our next conversation that I've mentioned it on the air. Oh, I swear to God.
So you were talking about X-Files, Armageddon.
Huh?
You were talking about movies.
Talking about movies. And so she worked the clitoris in. So I said, you know what? We looked it up. Drew looked it up in the dictionary, and it said you can pronounce it either way. And she said, well, I got a doctor friend who blah, blah, blah. And I said, hey, what do you think Drew is? So, well, I'm just saying this person. I said, okay, but don't use the doctor argument when I just told you the doctor looked it up in the dictionary. Well, I've been talking about this. She told me, she explained that her and her group have been talking about this for many, many years. And it was never clitoris. No, wait, it was never clitoris. It was clitoris.
People in the medical community love changing words, too.
Of course.
We'll call nomenclature.
Oh, you jackasses.
I had a professor call skeletal. Okay, there's all kinds of little twists.
Well, every
out there.
5 years you got to change it. Yeah, I know. And Hiroshima is Hiroshima
right
now. Please, I don't care. Caribbean is the Caribbean, and the Cannes Film Festival is now back to being the Cannes Film Festival, and Demi Moore's Demi, or Demi, or whatever the hell she's calling herself.
Yeah.
Whatever it is you get out the first time, that's your name, that's it. So how do you spell it? C-L-I-T. Now is it O? Oh. Yeah. It is. A clitoris.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Where do you get the E from the O? From the O.
Yeah.
Clitoris.
But look, the dictionary has it both ways. Both
okay,
ways.
but
both ways.
All right, but if we're arguing in front of a courtroom, I would say, Your Honor, listen, and what's T-O-R?
Tor.
Tor. What is it? I-S?
Mm-hmm.
Is. Clitoris. I'm going to make a great kindergarten teacher one day. Let's break that word down, everybody. All right. Chris Owens is here from the X-Files. He'll be in here in a second. We'll take a little break, and then we'll come back.
Loveline's phone number is 1-800-LOVE-191. Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. We'll be right back.
Hey, it's Loveline. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Forget about that fax number. We never read those things. Dr. Drew's over there. Chris Owens is over here. He's from the X-Files, Sunday nights, 9 o'clock on the fabulous Fox. And here's a show that is just, it's really bigger than one show should be. You know what I mean? I mean,
it's a phenomenon.
Yeah, but it's kind of weird sometimes. I think about it that, you know, the X-Files does great in the ratings, and but it's only on one night a week.
No, it's on the Space
well,
Channel
it's now
perpetually, isn't it?
that is true. It is heavily syndicated now. But I mean, they had a movie, and it was good. If I wasn't so drugged up, I would have told you what happened in it.
But now, help.
Now I can enjoy it again. But it's such a phenomenon. I mean, you know, Duchovny and Gillian Anderson are on the cover of every other magazine in the newsstand. There's all sorts of speculation about Duchovny and whether he's going to make it another season, and I guess Gillian Anderson for that matter too. Chris?
Yes.
What do you know?
Well, I know they're contracted till the end of season 7.
You know, she was up here, Jillian, like the week the show debuted.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm sure she'll not be back.
We have
again.
not seen her since, of course not.
No. Well, I wasn't here then.
Remember that? It was that week, wasn't it? Yeah.
What is it? And it's sixth season?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Season 6. We're about halfway through filming right now.
It's amazing, you know. and when did you come on?
I did a couple in season 4, I think season 5, a few more, and now season 6, doing a little more regular stuff.
But you played other characters.
Yeah. Yeah, I played the cigarette smoking man when he was young. I played him in flashbacks a couple times, and then I played this two-headed guy who ate peanut butter and lived in the basement and loved Cher, the great mutato.
That's my cousin Greg. I just saw him for Thanksgiving. We had to bang on the door. Greg, get up here. We're eating.
That whole family got together? Oh, I want pictures.
We stuffed the turkey with peanut butter this year.
Has anybody seen your show?
Aunt Pat got pissed.
Just curious.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they like it. Although I had, you know, the great thing about Thanksgiving at the Carolla house is you get to talk to the distant relatives who live in Philadelphia. Hey, it's Connie and your Uncle Ralph, and they ask questions like this. We seen the show on TV. Whose show is that? Is that your show or is that Drew's show? Well, we like to think it's everyone's show, Ralph. Yeah, well, Connie says it's Drew's show, but I told him it was your show.
Is it clitoris or clitoris?
Surprised your grandma didn't bring that up at the Thanksgiving dinner table. Or is that where it happened?
No, she wasn't there. We got rid of her ass for that. No, she was at her friend's house. But yeah, it's weird. It's weird, that way out of TV mentality. It has to be one of our shows somehow.
I've had people ask me if the show is real.
Oh yeah.
You know, people who are, you know, they're not in television.
It's really out of the X-Files.
It's really true.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean just yank this case file?
These are based on, you know, documented cases.
It seems smart these days to go with this sort of supernatural sci-fi thing, because when you get an audience, you get an audience. You know what I mean? Mm. And there's all this sort of ancillary stuff. I mean, people like Frasier, but people don't dress like him, and there's no Frasier parties, and there's no, you know, memorabilia signing. Do you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And it lends itself to internet action, I think.
Yeah.
It does. There's a lot of computer stuff going on with
It's the
X-Files.
same personality profile.
Same mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really funny. It's interesting when you take a look at statistics and numbers and things like that. There's always a second story to it. Like, for instance, I was almost late to work tonight because the Hollywood parade was going on. I live up the hill, and I had to cut through all the parade traffic to get onto the freeway
Chris
to get
was in
out
the parade
here.
today.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
You were excellent.
I was on the American Lung Association float.
Nice.
Oh, really?
Perfect for the cigarette smoking man's son.
You were really on
Yes,
that?
I was.
Really?
Absolutely,
It
yeah.
just sort of tragic irony, or just someone had a sense of humor? Or?
I hope it's humor.
Well, I couldn't get through everyone, and I kept thinking, what the F is wrong with all you people? I was doing stuff like the traffic would stop, the car in front of me, someone would cross the crosswalk, and then the person would get on the other curb and get home and draw a bath before the person in front of me would then think it was clear enough to move ahead. And I thought to myself, what is wrong with everybody? And then I realized it's not everybody. These are people who are hanging at a parade. You see what I'm saying?
Hollywood parade.
Meaning, if it was 8:30 in the morning, it'd be people who work who were in front of you, and they'd be moving because they work. These are folks that set up a refrigerator box sometime about this time yesterday and a couple of folding chairs and have been nursing a 12-pack for the last 17 hours.
They're not anxious to leave their well-staked territory.
No, what are they going home
They're
to?
going to take it with them.
That's the real question. What's waiting at home? I guarantee it ain't a parade. All right. Should we take some calls?
Please.
All right. True. Jenny,
Hey, what's up?
you're 27. What's going on?
Hey, first of all, incidentally, I wanted to say clitoris, clitoris, barfly, barflea.
Just find the damn thing.
Anyways.
Nobody says bar flea, though. They say bar fly.
Exactly, but if you look at the word, it looks like barflea. That's all I'm saying.
Bar fly looks like bar flea?
B-A-R-F-L-Y.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you were saying barfly. Like barfingly.
Yeah, well, same
Barflea.
thing.
Like
Right.
one
Barfly,
word.
barflea.
Jenny, where are you dancing? I want to come see you.
What's going on, Jenny? What's up?
What do you do for
I'm
a
only
living?
dancing at
Seriously.
home.
What do you do?
I'm a waitress.
All right. I knew you were putting that brain to use.
What's up? What's up? What's
Pardon
up?
me?
Go
Forget.
ahead.
Don't listen to him. What's going on?
Anyways, it turns out that I am in love with one of my best friends from college.
Does he know that?
What? Pardon me?
Does he know that?
No, he has no idea.
How did this come about?
I don't know. I saw him a few months ago, in July actually, and I haven't seen him since. He lives halfway across the country, and so I don't know what to do about it because I don't know.
When did you
All right,
decide?
hold on. Let me translate all this. Jenny's
Thank
life's
you.
not going according to plan.
Right.
When you fall in love with some guy you were friends with for a long time and just decided to fall in love with him or just were alerted to the fact that you're amazingly attracted to him some years later and he lives halfway across the country, it means things aren't going like
Right,
they
it-
should
it
for
is
you.
sort of a way to call back the past.
Yeah.
That
Well,
intimate and close time of college.
I honestly don't think it's really that. I think it's the fact that I didn't really realize how I felt about him at the time, and I was attracted to him at the time.
Have
but I
you
never
changed?
really-
Have you changed in some sort of substantive way? I mean, something happened to you? Do you have treatment or anything different about you?
Pardon me?
What's different about you now than when you were in college?
30 pounds.
What's
Any-
different about me?
I'm just wondering if you've
A
changed.
lot is different about me.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
A lot is.
Hey,
different
which
about
junior college was this, Jenny?
Pardon me?
Which junior college was this?
It wasn't a junior college at all.
They have a junior college? Is there something lower than junior college? I thought that was high school after that.
No.
All right, so you're different.
It was a
but
4-year university.
You're different, but in not ways that we can particularly measure in some sort of.
No, I mean, yeah, exactly.
All right, so call the
All right.
guy up and get him to move out to you.
Well, see, and I talked to him tonight, and things went great on the phone, and we get along great as friends. I
Does
just
he
don't
know you're into this in this way?
If I should say anything to him?
Yes,
okay?
you should say.
Was
something.
he ever into you? Yes or no?
Well, we were never into each other in college, but last time that we saw each other in July, we acted as friends, but there was definitely something going on between us, and we actually spent the night together in the same bed, but nothing happened.
Mm-hmm.
We're
But-
wondering about this guy's involvement.
Proclivity.
Level of involvement.
Yes, you should work for the federal government, Jenny, with your abilities. You cannot close the deal, Sweet Pea. You're in bed with the guy.
Oh my God! Well, no, I mean I couldn't do it. He's my friend. What am I supposed to do?
All right, then find a guy who lives in the neighborhood
No,
and
call the guy,
line.
tell him how you're feeling. It's a distant enough friendship that there won't be any weirdnesses, and the friendship could survive it, even if you let him know how you feel, because those things will die out if you don't pursue the intimate relationship, and he will be the one to decide whether or not you pursue it.
This is exactly what I was talking about at the top of the show, Chris, which is, this Jenny would have turned her nose up at you when she was 21, 22, because she was holding out for something a little better. But something a little better didn't come along, or maybe it came along, but it had a heroin habit. And now Jenny's ready to settle. Let me tell you guys, women are ready to settle. It's a biological event that goes on in their life. I'd say people, they don't tell you this in school, but women 27 to about, 27 plus, they're ready to settle. Believe me, they're not looking for all the, they had a checklist that was about as long as their arm when they were junior in college. It is now, can be written on a gum wrapper. Not an alcoholic. That's what it says. And straight. There it is. Minimal hair on the backside.
Job, yes.
Job, yes. Okay, he's in. Dwarf, no. Okay, now he's become Prince Charming. All right. That's what happened to Jenny.
Maybe.
Well, I don't understand when people are friends. If first off, I don't understand how you hang around with someone for 5 years and then realize you're interested a year later.
A guy wouldn't do that.
Guy wouldn't do that, would he, Chris?
No, no, that's not likely. I don't think so.
Guy would be more interested the first 5 minutes than he would be at the end of the 5th year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. The more talking, the less interest. Heather.
Yeah.
You're 21.
Yeah.
What's happening?
I have a question for Dr. Drew.
Yes, ma'am.
A couple of years ago, about a year and a half ago, my stomach started hurting really bad every time I had sex. And when I was 17, my appendix ruptured.
Oh, boy.
And, the first gynecologist I went to thought that I had a bladder infection, and they put me on Cipro and Flagyl.
That can actually treat your appendicitis. That probably hid it for a while, huh?
I just made me really, really sick.
That Cipro did. No, the Flagyl. Right.
In the past, did you just die if your appendix broke?
In the way distant past, it's possible. Yeah.
What do you mean, way?
I mean, before surgical techniques were developed, sure.
Well,
and now his appendix can almost
100 years.
Yes.
You died?
Hey, listen. In the Civil War, the fatality rate with an abdominal wound was 99.5%.
Really?
With surgery, it was 100%.
Okay. That's great. I think the dentists have that kind of track record going now. Wow. All right, Heather.
Okay.
So what's going on now?
Okay, after I got off Flagyl, then that didn't do anything. So then they thought I had a cyst on my ovaries.
Right.
And I went and I had an ultrasound, and
appendix, by the way, can be one of the most elusive diagnoses. It really can. I've been burned a couple of times with appendix.
Well,
and
who hasn't?
It can present as diarrhea. It can present as all kinds of funny things, and even on ultrasound and on CAT scans and things, it can look like ovarian cysts or ectopic pregnancies and all kinds of things.
Don't you think my sniffing dogs would work for this
no,
one?
I
They couldn't
don't
smell an
think
appendix
so.
that was
Anyway,
about to
Heather,
burst?
what's your question?
But okay.
So go ahead.
And then I went to a second gynecologist, and they said that I had she just examined me in like 10 seconds and said that I had endometriosis and I had to have a hysterectomy and I couldn't have kids.
Oh boy.
And I'm only 21, so I wanted another opinion.
Are you on an HMO?
No, I have regular insurance. And then I went to another gynecologist, and he said that it could be my scar tissue from my appendix, and he just put me on Motrin. And
that's what I mean. The question now is,
what could be causing?
Why are you having pain with intercourse?
Yeah, right.
Are you having it just during intercourse, after intercourse, at the beginning of intercourse?
Just during intercourse, usually, and then when it's around the time of my period, it hurts more just walking around. And could scar tissue do that?
Yes, it could. Absolutely.
For the rest of my life?
Possibly. I don't want to. I mean, I say that with
how painful is it?
Great reservation, because it's not that likely that you would not have done something with it.
It was really painful about a year and a half ago. I mean, I would curl up on the floor and I couldn't move. But
is it not the case that somebody wants to do a laparoscopy on you?
They said that if I did have endometriosis, they would do that, but the only real cure would be a hysterectomy. And I'm only 21, and I...
Heather, I don't know what they're telling you, but there's all kinds of treatment from endometriosis. Yes, certainly the only...
They said laser surgery, but it would come back.
It will come back, but there are hormonal therapies. I suggest... Do you live near a university?
Yeah.
What university?
Sacramento State.
Yeah.
Stanford?
Yeah, really
Stanford nearby?
No. One that has a roof on it?
I'm one with a medical school is what I'm thinking.
Davis?
Davis, there you go. Go over to what we call a quaternary tertiary center where there are a teaching hospital where you can get some sort of more sophisticated evaluation, because there's all kinds of treatment for endometriosis. Yeah, the final treatment, sort of the final solution is hysterectomy, but at your age, my God, that's very aggressive.
How about if she just used the back door for a while? Heather?
Use what?
Just a butt love?
No.
Would that hurt?
Yeah.
Okay, but it'd be kind of...
And Heather, thank you, Adam, for that wonderful advice, by the way.
Well, it'd be like, in the cartoon when the guy's complaining his hand hurts, and then they stomp on his foot, and then he starts nursing his foot, and they say, your hand doesn't hurt now.
All right, let me
See what I'm
finish.
saying?
Heather,
your ass would hurt so badly you wouldn't be able to focus.
Go to a teaching hospital and talk Department of Gynecology and see the workup all the way through until there is a definitive diagnosis, and then you can begin planning on what you need to have done.
All right.
Can scar tissue be removed by laser treatment?
Yeah, well, there's various ways. Laparoscopically, and that's what I was asking about. I mean, it can even be bowel obstruction, and all kinds of stuff can happen in there that can cause pain with intercourse. And endometriosis is certainly a likely possibility, but that true is something that should be defined and then treated.
Did UC Davis a good school?
Yeah.
Yeah. They recruited me to play football.
No.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about going. I know it's been 17 years.
Wait a minute. You always sang the blues about how college was not even a possibility for you.
It wasn't.
Blah, blah, blah.
No, it wasn't. But they still wanted me to play for them.
Why didn't you go?
I didn't know how to fill out the paperwork and the whole thing. It was a disaster. And yeah,
a true football player.
Going? Yeah, I should have been more highly recruited if they just saw my application, putting my weight where my height should have been, not knowing.
Letters backwards in the.
I didn't know how to draw height. I didn't know how to draw like 6'2". I couldn't write 6'2". You know what I mean? I didn't know the one dash meant feet and two dashes meant inches.
So you figured you better be a carpenter.
Yes, that's when I knew, when I realized I couldn't compute numbers. All right, wise ass. No, it's when I got into carpet cleaning. Chris Owens is here from the X-Files. We will take a break, and then we'll be back.
You have 5 seconds.
Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
2.
Back in a minute.
1. Loveline on 92.1 KFMA.
Hi, this is Rick James, and you're listening to the Loveline with Adam Carolla and the one and only, my man, Dr. Drew.
Yes, you is. Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. Chris Owens is here from the X-Files. Oh, they moved around all the time, but now it's Sunday nights. Still on the Fox, and I guess it's FX that syndicates the show.
Yes, I think so. And FX, that's right. Yeah.
So you can, what's weird about syndication, though? The lure is gone. It's the most bizarre thing in the world. There'll be some show. Actually, it's not that way with me and The Simpsons.
What are you talking about?
Well, you take like Seinfeld or Frasier or something like that. Good shows, funny shows. I've not seen many episodes. And I thought to myself, when they were talking about syndicating, I thought, oh, this is great. I can get all caught up, watch all those good episodes. But it's on Channel 5, and it's 5 in the afternoon or something, and you go, now, I don't know what it is. It's like when you're driving and you see a sign for a fast food place, you get really excited off the freeway. Oh, Arby's, oh. But you could live down the street from one and it wouldn't be anything to go into it. There's something that you got to work for it a little bit.
The whole experience is missing, you mean? The whole time of day and all that stuff.
No, I just mean it's
too easy.
It's too easy.
Yeah,
it's 5 nights a week.
Yeah, you get saturated. It's too much. It can be too much, I think. Yeah.
But it's not even that. I mean, it's not a bad argument, the saturation argument. But I don't even watch one of them, and I feel like it's too easy. You know what it is? I'll watch it tomorrow, and if I miss it tomorrow, I'll watch it the next day. When stuff comes on once a week, if you miss it, you're screwed. Do you know what I'm saying? Well, at least for that week. Drew's such a great audience.
Just thinking it's interesting, but let's move on.
Right, Jay. Very good.
Bill,
Yeah.
you're 14. You better be interesting.
Yeah, what happened was, I have this girlfriend. I've been going out with her for like 2 weeks. And, well, I'm getting noticed by some other girls, and I don't know
Of course,
what...
because you have a girlfriend now.
Yeah, I know, but it's kind of hard because I didn't get noticed by anyone until now.
It's because you have a girlfriend. You get rid of the girlfriend, you'll go back to your original status.
Right. They'll bring it up at the next meeting, and you'll be screwed.
Oh.
He doesn't like that. That's
Well,
Bill, you're 14.
do you think there's a connection between the other girls knowing that you have a lady?
I don't think so because she doesn't go to our school.
Yeah. She
Yeah,
can
but-
still sniff it on you.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can tell.
Yeah. Well,
Bill-
what's your question?
Well, what? Because I don't know really how to make sure all the girls saying no, wait till I'm single.
Yeah. You want to freeze them like Walt Disney or something.
Yeah.
Can I have them all is the question.
Bill, you either have a girlfriend or you don't. And if you do, behave accordingly.
Okay.
And if you don't want to, then don't have a girlfriend anymore.
I mean, just get used to it.
But
It's the
but
toughest.
as soon as he drops the girlfriend, all that attention will magically stop.
Yeah.
Is it necessary to have one single girlfriend at 14? And my father gave me
No.
advice at that age. He said, don't get tied down at that
Well,
time. Look around.
that's totally appropriate. Yeah, but he has a girlfriend, and he needs to be fair to her. If that's what she believes she's involved with, and if he is not ready for that, then fine.
His next piece of advice for young Chris was, okay, stay off stepmom. I'm glad you took my advice to heart, but that's not what I was talking about exactly. Yeah, and guys can't get used to
Saying no.
Saying no.
No.
They
aren't equipped for it.
They don't know what to do.
Yeah.
We, I got to tell you, I don't like to tell tales out of school, but I was at a party a couple of weeks ago, and I ran into, remember that band Wild Orchid? And we had them on the
Yeah.
TV show, those
Yeah.
three good-looking chicks. They sung a little a cappella. And you don't remember them?
I remember them.
They're
barely.
good. The good-looking chicks who sing.
Anyway, yes.
That's what should be named.
I remember the name. I remember we had them on the TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ran into the best-looking one, the blonde one, at some party.
Yeah.
And she was asking, she says, oh, well, we ought to get together or something. I was like, huh? Get together. I don't know, go out to lunch, something like that. Oh, yeah, it was weird. It was like, on one hand, I was thinking, here's, she's wearing a pair of ski pants with the halter top and the belly exposed with way
Love
too much
that.
mascara on. I got 8 beers in me. And she looks like Pam Anderson, this chick. And I don't know what the hell she was asking, but she was asking something like, hey, give me your phone number. We should hang out a little bit. And I was like,
What did you do? Did you
I got to
take
kill
the
my
number?
girlfriend. I got to kill myself.
He's
He's got the
couldn't think-
girlfriend, too.
I couldn't think what to do.
His head spun around a few times.
And not only is it you don't know what to, you don't want to say. Now, what do you say? Oh, I got a girlfriend? Because if you say that, they go, oh, no, you had the wrong idea.
Yeah.
Like, immediately, right? I guess I was just saying we should hang out.
And you know you're not getting laid then.
Right. So you don't bring up the girlfriend. But what do? I just played stupid. Call the booker. We'll have you on the TV show.
You did not say that.
I did. What was I going to say? Like, you can't have my number.
You're
or
rude.
I'm not going to take yours.
I think honesty is still the best policy. I really do.
All right, but let's say you're honest.
Just say, hey, I'm not comfortable going out alone.
I'm not comfortable going. All right, let me.
Something.
all right.
Something that's lame, but
Let's
not as
do
lame
some-
as call the booker.
Let's do some role playing. Drew,
All right, listen,
you
I'll
be,
be- listen,
you
I'll
be
be
me.
l-
You be me.
I will
I'll
be
the
lame
wild orchid chick.
too.
All
I
right,
promise
just listen
I'll
to
be.
me.
All
Just
right.
listen to me. Hey, you ought to give me your number, or you ought to get mine, or something. We ought to go hang out a little bit. All right, but now do your answer. Do your answer. Go out, get some lunch, do something like that.
Yeah. What do you have in mind?
Yeah, just hanging out.
My kids and wife will spend all my free time with them.
Okay, but give the answer you just gave, you jackass.
I would
don't
give you
have a
my
kid and
answer.
wife. I don't have the kids and the wife.
My girlfriend has spent all my free time with her. I have very little free time, and I would spend it all with her.
All right, that's not bad, but that's not your first answer, which is
My first answer was totally lame.
I'm
but it wasn't-
uncomfortable being in the presence of a woman other than my girlfriend's I will not nestle any bosom other than my girlfriend's. Because they will say, oh, you got the wrong idea. We just want to hang out. No big deal.
Be a little bit creative.
You're being a little presumptuous. Okay.
We got to go to break.
We do?
Yeah.
Let's just talk to Mia.
Hi.
Is it Maya?
Mia.
Mia.
Do you spell Mia the same way? But what if your name's
Maya would
Maya?
be-
Like a Y in there somewhere?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know people that spell it the same way. It's Maya. But I'm Mia.
Okay.
Okay, first of all, Adam, Drew, you're great. But I wanted to, say I love the X-Files. And, okay, Chris, I had a question for you.
Oh, wait a minute. Now we got to take a break.
Okay.
Because this is fine, though. You just hang on, right?
Okay.
You're 15, you're young. Chris Owens is here from the X-Files. We'll take a break, and then when we come back, Mia/Maya has a question for him.
Loveline. Be right back in a minute.
Hey there, it's the Loveline. We're going to take a little 10-second station identification, top of the hour break, and then we'll be right back with more Loveline.
This is Loveline on
Radio Station.
New Rock. KFMA 92.1 FM. Green Valley, Tucson.
It is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Chris Owens is here from the X-Files. He plays the son of the cigarette-smoking man and also played a young cigarette-smoking man at a certain point and was on the Cools float at the Hollywood. No, you were on the you're on the
American Lung Association. Oh wait, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, no, I wanted you to jump in. You're on the American Lung Association float.
Yep.
And according to the statistics they compiled, 700 people behind them died of carbon monoxide inhalation. That's according to their statisticians over there. Oh, I wish I could have gotten on that float and told all those idiots that. What was it? 5,000 Americans die each day or each week from secondhand smoke.
Part of our float was an electric boat. This boat that I guess doesn't produce that kind of exhaust. So we were kind of sitting on that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, it was
electric.
I see. And what do we do? That all electricity just comes from windmills? Is that what it is, Drew? Or do we actually burn fossil fuel to power those generators? All righty. That's good. And how far was the parade route?
I was in there for about an hour and 15 minutes, going pretty slow, so yeah, a couple miles.
I've done one parade. I dressed as one of the village people on the Santa Monica gay
gotta
parade.
know which one.
Now you went
construction worker.
You went right down the fake Hollywood Boulevard at Disney World.
Oh, yeah.
You've been in two parades.
Yeah, actually, you're right. The other parade I did is when I went...
The MGM Studios.
Yeah, I was in Orlando doing there was a pilot, or not a pilot,
wait.
but a special I did.
Did we not do our 10-second break?
Yeah, we did it.
Okay. It says here not.
Oh, it does? Hey, Sherry, don't F with us.
Right.
You know we're free. All right. Where the hell was I? I was in Orlando doing a show called Ordinary Extraordinary that was an ABC special about people that did stupid stuff on bicycles and, that kind of thing. It was hosted by John Ritter, and I was kind of the sidekick guy. And we taped it in Orlando, and they threw a parade for us, and we went down Main Street, and it was just me sitting next to John Ritter. But this is 3 years ago. I don't think the TV show was even on the air yet.
No
one knew who the hell I was. And then I signed my name in the Grauman's Chinese piece of concrete in front of the fake Grauman's Chinese that's in Orlando. But mine was toted to the back of the building and put in storage somewhere. I think
tossed into the sand.
Toady Fields is is on top of mine or something. Plus, it was one of those things. I'm almost dyslexic and I'm a horrible writer. And my A was about 18 inches big. They give you a little 2-foot by 2-foot thing. I signed the A was as big as a house, and then the letters got progressively smaller because I realized I wasn't going to fit them onto the slab. I don't think they've ever done anything with that, but that's right. Wow, talk about guys who have played the polls on parades. I've done the gay parade and I've done the Disney parade and nothing in between. That's pretty good. Shows how flexible I am. Mia.
Yeah.
All right, so you want to, you're a big X-Files fan.
Yeah.
You want to ask Chris a question?
Okay, yeah. Okay, I was just like, during the weekend, I saw musings of a cigarette smoking man again, and that's when I realized that it was you, and I was wondering, when you played the young cigarette smoking man, were they like planning on having you later be a son?
No, not that I'm aware of. No, that came later on.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also, I wanted to know, is there any way for me to get information on the filming sites?
On the filming sites, you mean
to watch it?
Where we're actually filming, or like internet sites?
No, like to be able to go there.
Oh, sure. Yeah, you can call Fox Studios. I bet they'll give you some information. Yeah.
They film. They
crowds
film.
form where you guys are filming.
Pardon?
Do crowds form where you guys are
Sometimes,
filming?
yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, if they become aware that we're down there, sure.
But you guys film on the lot at Fox, right?
Yeah, but we do a lot of location stuff too. We're out in the desert and in the canyon, and down to Queen Mary.
Yeah, we went to, where's it, Vancouver?
Yep.
Where they filmed for many years before they moved back here.
Who went to Vancouver?
I did.
When?
Drew, would you not screw up my story? I'm lying. No, I went there with the morning show with Kevin and Bean
Seattle, right.
about 3 years ago when UCLA was in the Final Four, and we drove from Seattle to Vancouver and hung out with Chris Carter and watched the X-Files. They were taping at a big old beautiful train station or something. We hung out for about 11 hours trying to get a 10-second interview with Gillian Anderson. Oh, was I miserable. But the point is I guess Duchovny and I guess Gillian Anderson, too, wanted to move it back here.
Yeah.
Seems like kind of a royal pain in the ass to work out in Vancouver when you're living out here.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, that they've been on location for 5 years, and that wasn't part of their deal when they signed on. They didn't know the show would take off the way it did.
Right. Oh, yeah. Believe me, we got a TV show. You'll sign anything when you first start.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. 7 years worth of nothing. Believe me. We know how it is. Thank God for that representation. Yeah. Jace. Is that Jace?
Yes.
Jace, you're 19.
Hi. Good evening, gentlemen.
You're on with Chris Owens from the X-Files.
Chris, excellent work on the X-Files.
Thank you, my man.
My situation is this. A while back, I joined the Marine Corps, and I'm getting into intelligence, and so far they've sent me here to DLI out in Monterey, California.
DLI?
Yes. Originally come.
You're going to have to define what DLI is.
Oh, Defense Language Institute.
Oh, of course.
No, duh.
I'm originally from Salt Lake City, Utah. That's where my girlfriend is right now. And we've been together for about 3 years now.
Yeah. You're in Monterey?
Yes, sir.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah, I like it.
It's gorgeous.
It's a switch from Utah.
All right, what's going on?
The thing is, see, like I said, we've been seeing each other for about 3 years. We were once engaged, but that kind of bailed out due to religious differences. She's Mormon, and I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference.
And but we've pretty much cleared that out, and we're just kind of okay with each other the way we are now. Her parents, on the other hand, started. See, I've been calling her like every single day since I've gotten here.
How long have you been there?
Since I've been here for about a week.
Okay.
So I haven't had a lot of time.
All right. What's the question?
The problem is her parents are now really getting down on her for talking to me a lot. And her parents, as far as I know, have liked me all this time, but have turned for some reason.
Well, how happy could they have been with the religious situation?
Well, I think they tend to accept me more than anyone else because we cleared up our own differences instead of one of us compromising on our religious differences.
Yeah.
Kinda...
But that makes sense, and that's not what religious folks are into. That
Right.
sounds too sensible for a Mormon.
Yes, exactly.
So this is their opportunity to get rid of you. Plus, they probably see their daughter in pain with your absence. They don't like that. And so there's all kinds of reasons they'd be...
How old is she?
She's 20.
They'd be not enthusiastic about you. So.
And she's still living at home?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, she's got to get out of there.
Oh, God, yes.
It's going to be tough. Mom answering the phone, dad answering the phone, the second mom answering the phone, the third mom answering the phone while you're there. Or I should say wife. I mean,
nobody's dancing.
That's going to be a pain in the ass for you. And I know, and believe me, if you ever hang up or anything, they know immediately who it is.
Yeah.
God, do you remember those days when you had to call your friends or your girlfriend or whoever, and there was that threat looming of the folks answering the phone, and there was that thing where it was like, it's 10:30, you shouldn't, and then shouldn't call, should call,
Now
bad
there's
answers.
caller ID.
Oh,
now they get you.
Yeah,
you are so screwed now.
Yeah.
Ever been busted on that?
But think now now these kids can email each other or talk on chat rooms and stuff without the parents probably even knowing about it.
Oh, they can put their genitalia right on the scanner. Oh, it's okay. You're right. But that caller ID thing, I got popped on that. I went out with this girl. It was like the first girl in the United States to get caller ID. It's
my God.
Like the guinea pig program or something 10 years ago. And yeah, she was kind of screwing with me. And I kept calling her. And I was, whenever I got her answering machine, I would hang up. And the problem with the caller ID is you answer the phone totally unsuspecting. It's them, and you have no time to formulate a lie. If you have time to concoct a lie, you're good. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you can figure out something on the way to the police station, but if the cops wake you up with the flashlight in your eyes, you can't come up with anything worth a damn. And the phone just rang right after I got done hanging up on her.
No, they know.
Hello.
Oh, star 69, you mean?
Hi. Did you just call me? No. Oh, yes, you did. Then you're just like an idiot. Well, I can't remember.
That's not the caller ID. That's the star 69 thing.
Oh, the star 69, right. Yeah, she was the first person to have that. A total bust. Yeah, like, here, my answer was I couldn't remember. It was about 45 seconds ago. Wait, are you high? You can't remember. I can't remember. I call a lot of people, honey.
I made 3 calls in the 45 seconds I've been sitting here.
Couldn't even have said, oh, sorry, wrong number. That's why I hung up.
No, you couldn't. No, just cold ass busted. Moted, as we used to say. Joy.
By the way, I was telling him all kinds of things about police, but you never hear that one anymore.
It was more of a black vernacular, but
but everybody picked it up, remember?
Yeah, they did, but it was sort of like when white folks tried to say jive turkey. They really just couldn't pull it off. Yeah, jive turkey. Didn't work well.
But the fuzz, you never hear it.
The fuzz,
all
yeah.
the 70s callback films, they never pick up on that one.
Yeah, that's true.
They get all kinds of other names that are sort of vernacular at the time, but they missed the one.
I'm looking to bring the fuzz back. Yeah, where did that come from, the fuzz?
What? I have no idea. But
Brett, get on the internet. See if you can find where the fuzz came. All right. Joy. You're 16.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. I met this guy, and he's 22, and I met him on a youth event on Halloween.
What does that mean? Youth event?
My youth group went somewhere, and I met him there.
What does that mean, youth group?
High school youth group with my church.
A church group, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and I met him at a sports center. He worked there.
He wasn't he wasn't one of the youth group people.
He wasn't one of the youth group people.
All right.
Okay, and we met, and we totally hit it off, and we were flirting all night. And I got his phone number, and we talked, and he's interested in me, and I'm interested in him, and I want to start a relationship, but not like right now, but...
He's 22.
Huh?
He's 22.
Yeah.
You're 16.
Yeah, he just turned 22, and I'm almost 17, though.
Joy?
It's like less of a...
All right, that's that account for like 4 years?
Yeah.
He just turned, and she's about to?
Joy, you're a junior in high school. He should be graduated from college.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he's not.
Probably.
Not if he's working at the batting cage.
Right.
Where'd you take the youth group to?
It was the Pacific Sports Center in Puyallup.
What do you do there?
Huh?
What goes on at the sports center?
What does he do?
He works at the batting cage and...
Oh, my God.
That was...
Oh, my God.
That was
a spiritual moment.
He's a baseball player.
Thank you.
How bizarre that you came up with that.
Oh, yes.
That's bizarre. That is bizarre.
I sneak one of those out every once in a while. Yeah, batting cage is very random. I think in the 3 years I've done this show, I've never heard of anyone who worked at a batting cage.
No.
And normally, even employee.
I was thinking it was a dance or something, like he was serving refreshments. You had him pegged for the batting cage.
Okay. Joy?
Yeah?
Yeah. It didn't strike you as interesting that I said batting cage? Hold on, let me explain our listeners, by the way. She knew that he worked at the batting cage, so that when I said batting cage, it wasn't impressive to her because she knew that.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
If I had called out the guy's first name, she wouldn't have batted an eye because
in her
she
world.
knew it in her world.
Yeah, you should know it too.
I should know it too, right? I said, this guy works at the batting cage, and she went,
yeah, batting cage. And then also,
she didn't say anything. And then later on, I said, where was it, or what did he do? And she said, worked at the batting cage. I didn't even know. She must have thought it was peculiar that I asked again.
And he's still got the one leg. Is that right? Okay.
Joy?
Huh?
So he wants to play professional baseball?
He's a minor league baseball player.
Okay. And he's working at the cage, while he's between pitches.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's too old for you.
Okay.
And I'm sorry that you're attracted to him, and I know how it is, and you're probably mature enough and all that kind of stuff. And it's got to be tough for women because, she sounds pretty mature.
The problem is, Joy, is that if he is going out with you, there's something wrong with him by virtue of his willingness to date somebody that young. There's something up.
So automatically, if
somebody that should be starting their professional career, dating somebody who's in the middle of their high school life, you're in no position to judge whether that's appropriate behavior because he's way outside of your peer group.
Mm-hmm.
But anybody of his peer age would look at that as bizarre.
Okay.
Okay, and it would wonder what's the matter.
Maybe not to his buddies, his colleagues, I should say, at the cage. Do you have colleagues when you work at a batting cage? It's like the guy who hands the helmets out. Would he be a colleague? No. Joy?
Hmm?
Okay, we don't give it our blessing.
Okay.
All right, just find a nice young guy.
Young guys aren't interesting.
Well,
they're not interesting?
No.
Yeah, they are. All right, maybe they're not, but why don't you dumb yourself up a little and humble yourself and get a nice young guy?
All right.
All right?
Okay.
Good luck.
Oh, yeah. She's into this guy.
Nothing would say will matter.
No. She's going to drop like 75 tokens over there in the slow pitch cage. I don't know what they're calling those cages anymore. When I was a kid, it was like, well, you want to go, you got the Huevos to go in the Nolan Ryan cage?
They still have that.
Or are you going over to the Raleigh Fingers cage over there and get a nice 40-mile-an-hour spitball?
No, there's still Sandy Koufax.
Oh, there's still?
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean anything to a 9-year-old now.
The legends, they don't have Raleigh Fingers in there anymore.
Oh, they don't?
Yeah.
Got to be a little bit of a slap in the face if you're the guy with the name on the slow pitch.
Unless you're a knuckleballer.
Aren't they going to have to? Aren't they going to have to do that? Aren't they going to have to update to John Smoltz and guys like that?
Roger Clemens,
or the big unit or something like that. Eventually.
Okay. I'm sure some places do.
All right, you keep me. Okay.
What?
I'd say the problem with the batting cage is the ball is the same size as a regular baseball. But it's made out of lead wrapped in foil. I mean, it weighs like 700 or 800 pounds each ball, and you just kill your hands. You destroy your hands. It's hard plastic. They're real heavy, and they're not real baseballs. True, it's been a while since you've been in a cage.
I was in a cage a couple months ago for that Dodger thing I did.
They don't use
regular.
This is regular baseball.
They use rubber balls. They can't use regular balls because they'd be destroyed smacking them on the asphalt and the concrete and off the poles and stuff. They'd be destroyed in a matter. They'd be replacing them every 5 minutes. So they use these rock hard, solid balls of the same
I
size.
sure had blisters all over my hands.
But they kill your hands.
Yeah.
All right. Here's my strategy, too. Instead of going into the speed that I can hit and look somewhat competent in, which would be like 65, maybe 70, I got to step up to the 85 or 90 so I look like a tough guy, and then I just whiff. Like I drop $35, I don't even foul one off. But I still got to be seen walking in and out of the 90-mile-an-hour cage. Diana.
Hello.
You're 17.
Yeah. I'm going to college next year, and my boyfriend and I are probably going to the same place. And I don't want to date him in college, but I know he really wants to date me.
Oh, boy.
I love him, and he loves me, and I don't know, what I should do. I mean, do I avoid him?
You love him?
Yeah, I do.
Why do you love him?
Like a brother.
No, not like a brother. He's my boyfriend.
Yeah, but you're not interested. You're already
No, it's not like that. It's,
You want to keep your options open? Is that it?
What?
She needs to get on with her life.
I would regret, not
Right.
dating anybody else.
Very healthy point of view. Realistic point of view. Maybe painful, but
I think you're
realistic.
giving her too much credit, though. I think she's kind of done with this guy.
She is done with the guy. Yeah. You
You
are. You
are.
have to be done with him
Or
in order
you-
to let go.
Or you wouldn't not regret potentially not dating other people.
But see, I could see myself meeting up with him again 4 years. But I just want
Right.
to see what else is out
After you got herpes.
That's fine.
I'm very safe, thank you.
All right, I mean, you're done. I mean, you're done for now. And I think that's healthy and appropriate. And you've got to maybe go to a different school. I hate to think that you have to base your school choices on that
True,
relationship.
don't whiz
I'm
out
wondering-
when I'm
wondering
hitting the
where
hold
to-
button.
Where she's going to school and how realistic it'd be to make a change. One. No, two.
State school, maybe junior college.
Where are you going to school?
College Park in Maryland.
To the University of Maryland?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a Six Flags College
no.
Park over Maryland?
No, that's where we're going to speak in a couple months.
Oh, we are? Oh, it's a great university. The Terrapins? Oh, they got a turtle for a mascot. It's funny that they got a great basketball team with a turtle. Now, you think of the world's slowest animal. What animal could not jump if you paid it $1 million? You know what I mean? Is there a slower animal that can jump less than a turtle?
No.
And you're going to have to be honest with them. I hate to think that you're making your scholastic choices based on that relationship, but you've got to be.
She's not
clear with them.
interested.
Well, whatever. She knows she's got her appropriate and healthy outlook to her college life, and
Yeah.
she's got to find a way to end this thing.
But don't.
Don't string it along, and don't try to have a relationship when you go to college. Don't try to be his friend. Let him go and get out of his life for at least 6 months. Would you agree?
Oh yeah, and don't give him that. I really love you.
Yeah,
I love
forget
you
about
too
that.
much.
Forget about that.
Problem is I'm too in love with you, and I know because I'm so in love with you that I would never see anybody else.
And
I
don't talk to him about getting back together again in 4 years, because that's going to ruin his
No.
college life while he tries to wait those 4 years.
No.
There's a movie called Baby It's You, a John Sayles film. You ever seen that?
No.
No?
Was it about this?
It's about this.
Who's in that?
Rosanna Arquette.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
I may have seen that.
Vincent Spano is in it as well.
Yeah.
But it's a good film, and it's about this relationship that starts off, and then she goes to a school, and that's it. I mean, he thinks it's continuing on, but she wants to explore her options. And
There's a weird sort of. It's almost a sentimental sort of mentality you have, which is when you leave high school, man, you're going to keep in touch with everybody you ever went to high school with, and you're going to keep every girlfriend, and you're going to keep every car, and you're going to give your first car to your kid one day so he can say he drove Dad's first car, and there's all this stuff. And somewhere, I don't know, in your late 20s, it's all out the window.
Yeah.
There's a great part in life where some kind of enzyme you start producing some enzyme, and it's from the give a rat's ass gland. You know what I mean? You don't need a few fiber samples from the carpet of your old apartment. You don't need a lock of hair from the girlfriend. Yeah. You don't even need a picture of anything anymore. You're just out of there. You're moving on. You call up your work that you've been at for 8 years and tell them you're quitting. You don't even bother showing back up again and saying bye to anybody. It's just this great thing. I don't know what it is.
So freeing. You got to let go. That's life. I mean, that's it.
It is liberating.
Yeah.
I love that. I may be going a little too far with it, actually, but it sure feels good. Anyway, you'll all be there one day if you don't kill yourselves over the girlfriend that's now leaving you. Okay. We'll take a break. We'll be back.
Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. The phone number's 1-800-LOVE-191.
We'll be right back.
Hey, it's the Loveline. Chris Owens is here from the X-Files. Sunday nights, 9 o'clock on the fabulous Fox. Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew is back where he belongs, and we'll talk to Megan. Megan's 19.
Yeah, hi, Chris.
Hi, how you doing?
Fine, how you doing?
I'm good.
Okay, so Drew's not there?
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you're listening to something from last week.
All right, well, I wanted to say, first of your book, I think that Adam is from Mars thing would have been better.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
The title.
Huh?
The title.
Yeah.
The book would have been the same, I assure you.
Well, yeah, but a title would have been more appropriate, I think.
We know that.
Yeah, anything would have been better than the Dr. Drew and Adam book.
No, not anything.
Oh, really? No, they are the ones they wanted. Coping and Groping in the 90s or something like that. Oh, the name of my next book is Why is Everyone Retarded? These people do stuff for a living. You know, it's really weird. I don't know, Chris, if you've come across this before, but, you know, you get involved with publishers and you get involved with agents and you get involved with producers and you realize almost all their ideas are horrible. It's weird. You think, hey, these guys are getting paid a lot of money. Someone's going to come up with something good. No, and not only they take it to the next level because not only are their ideas horrible, but they're pompous and they shoot down good ideas if it's not their own. I've been running into this in this business.
Nobody knows anything.
It's amazing. Yeah. It is absolutely amazing, but it's dangerous when you take a guy who doesn't know anything and you give him a place in Malibu and a Mercedes. He thinks he knows something now. That's the scary part. Guys who sell oranges by the side of the freeway don't know anything, but they don't claim to.
Well, how many movies, books, everything, all these wonderful works of art they're turned down dozens of times over and over until finally they are made, and someone makes those decisions.
Every good movie, you hear the story that it's been floating around. Socrates wrote it, and floating around.
If it's made right away, something's wrong.
Right. Megan.
Yeah.
All right, so what is your question?
I've had, like, people ask me if I was molested, like several different people. Well, not several, like 3 separate people, you know? Mm-hmm. And, like, my sister asked it once a long time ago. She said that, like, when because I've always been uncomfortable with people touching me, and then you always talk about that voice thing about how I may have arrested development and stuff like that.
With the little girl voice?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get the little girl voice, but I got some trouble voice.
So, yeah, same here.
So we're not necessarily going with molestation, but something's up with you.
Chaos.
Okay. From your voice.
A little chaos.
What is up with you?
Well, see, I don't know. I never drank or did drugs.
No. Did your parents break up when you were young?
No, they're still together.
Did they have something? Were you moving around a lot when you were young?
No, I've lived in the same house since I was 1.5.
You're batting 1,000 there.
I'm just asking.
You're on a roll,
No. I don't have an instinct
going
on this. I'm just asking the questions.
Yeah.
Been in a batting cage?
Did you have an eating disorder any time?
No, I just got out of the military though, and they diagnosed me with a 301.9 personality disorder. Not otherwise
mixed.
specified.
That's the thing. Just sort of something going on.
Well, she's letting the military diagnose her, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
Did Sergeant Carter told you he had a personality disorder?
Yeah, it wasn't Sergeant Carter. That was another.
No, so have you been in psychiatric hospitals?
No. Well, actually, I was in Texas, and they committed me to an inpatient thing for just a couple days.
That would be a psychiatric hospital.
Well, okay, sorry about that.
Why did the military toss you out?
I told them I was bisexual because I wanted to get out because I was at DLI, the Defense Language Institute, learning.
Now we know what that is, of course.
Wow.
What was that?
Twice in one night, the DLI.
Well, I don't know. But I got kicked out of that because I sucked in Korean, and they sent me to vehicle operating, and I didn't like that job.
Right. All right, so you have no question. Are you doing all right now?
Yeah, but I was just wondering if the voice thing was actually because of the,
No, something's up. Were you molested or anything like that?
No, not that I can remember. See, I had a friend, well, I had a relationship, actually. It was with a teacher, but, she just thought that she had been molested, and and she had forgotten about it.
Right.
And she had asked me, and she was like, well, are you sure you haven't? Because I was, and I forgot about it for years and years, and then I remembered.
Are you bisexual, Megan, or you just claim to be to get out of the military?
I probably am, but I don't I've never had sex, and I don't. I don't know. I don't.
Do you ever have periods where you hear voices or see things that aren't there, that sort of thing?
No, I don't hallucinate.
Not at all.
No.
You on any medication?
No, I'm not.
You've had a medical evaluation, make sure there's not any medical issues contributing to all this?
Will you repeat that?
Have you ever had a thorough medical evaluation to make sure there's nothing medically contributing to all this?
I've had only the one in the
Military.
hospital.
All right. Can you hold down a job?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a job?
Well, I just got one recently.
All right.
I'm going to start college pretty soon.
Okay. Keep your job, start college, and don't worry about it then.
All right. Can I toss one more thing in?
No.
Just a comment.
Yeah.
Drew?
Yeah.
That show you did a couple weeks ago, just Alone.
The what?
That show you did a couple weeks ago, Alone.
Alone, yes.
Oh, yeah, the talk show.
Yeah, that was great.
Oh, how did you see that?
No.
show on
Hold
the
on.
radio.
Listen, jackass.
Oh, the radio. Okay, thank you. Thank you,
How did
Megan.
you get that degree? Somebody gave you that
Well,
degree. You didn't earn it, did you? I knew what she was talking about. I wasn't even here. Megan?
Yeah.
All right. I don't want you to listen to any voices but my own, all right? Keep your job. Stop questioning yourself.
Okay.
All right. Oh, boy. There's something going on there.
Well, but, certain personality function is biologically dependent, right? Genetically dependent. We've always talked about the fact that the human behavior is a complex relationship between the biology and the environment. And for some people, it's a big biological burden and a relatively minor environmental impact. And some, it's all environment that creates what we got.
All right. There's something going on there.
Yeah, there's something going on, Megan, but she knows it. And so, all right.
All right. Well, don't question it. Well, the military kick anybody out these days. A little lesbian affair.
It might be a good sign if you're kicked out of the military. Man.
It could be interpreted in many ways. Yes. Ron. Hey, Ron.
Yeah, I'm here.
What's going on? You're 20.
Yeah, I just wanted to know. Well, first of all, I just want to say, Drew, Adam, you guys are awesome.
Thanks.
And Chris, X-Files rocks.
Right on.
But what I was wondering was, I want to get my nipples pierced, and I want to know is that going to kill the sensitivity in my nipples, or
Sometimes it gets.
Well, what are you using your nipples for now, Ron?
Well, if
you're not testing formula on them or anything like that, are you?
No, but when you're having sex or stuff.
Yeah, I've worked my nipples right out of the sexual equation. It used to be sort of germane to the sexual act for me, but not anymore. It's gone.
Well, you've worked people right out of it.
That's true. You're right, Drew. That's a very valid point.
And the shocking thing is even your hand was swept aside last week.
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
I had a wet dream.
Shocked.
Yeah. Oh. Boy, that's, I set a very dangerous precedent for my left hand. Yeah. Don't need you anymore.
2.5 days off and you had a wet dream?
Bizarre.
I haven't had a wet dream.
No. The bizarre part is it was 2.5 days off.
Yeah.
That's the bizarre part.
That's the bizarre part.
You know what I chalk
He's missed an afternoon. I swear to God, he whines like my 6-year-olds.
Yeah. You know what? I think I'll tell you what happened. I was just getting started 2.5 days earlier, or maybe it was like a day earlier. I was getting going, and I was sort of, hitting my stride, and the phone rang, and I answered it like an idiot. And I think it was my girlfriend, whoever it was. It was like, could you go down to the garage and pull the... all right. And then I forgot about it.
Or maybe we haven't been doing so much travel. Maybe you got used to that whole on the road stuff.
I double down when we're on the road.
That's my point.
Oh, yeah, I see.
A lot of free time then.
Ron?
Yeah.
You may lose a little sensitivity.
And you can get infection and bleeding, and it's a body part being penetrated with a foreign body.
Do you have any other piercings right now?
Yeah, I do.
What do you have?
Where are they?
Well, my lower lip is pierced. I had my eyebrow pierced.
Yeah. What's wrong with you? Something wrong with you?
Why would you say that?
Well, you got those crazy piercings. Doesn't seem like something's wrong.
Come on, that's cool. I mean, maybe, what about the sensitivity in the parts that are pierced now?
Yeah.
No, my lip is fine.
They weren't very sensitive to start with, is the poor thing, and they also aren't sort of appendages. Yeah, they don't. But Ron, we get as it oftentimes people that get into piercings had sort of unpleasant or hostile or even aggressive relationships with their parents.
Well,
what happened?
Not really, but my childhood wasn't great.
What happened?
Well, a long time ago. It's like I was like molested, but
Okay, well, that's not just just nothing. That's substantial. That's something.
Yeah, that's something, Ron. Have you worked on that?
it's not something I like discuss.
Right. But here's what our theory is, Ron, and it's more than a theory because we have our own show, and that means everything's a fact. You realize that, don't you, Drew? You got molested, or we'll just say somebody screwed with you a long time ago. You didn't get any help for it. You didn't really work it out, and now you're screwing with yourself. That's sort of what we're hearing. And so what we're saying is you are treating yourself. It's just via piercing instead of therapeutic treatment.
What if he's what if he's piercing just because it's to him more erotic? You don't think that's
But it's not an accident that we knew something was up with him. It's always there.
So, Ron,
especially with the vocal quality.
Ron, why don't you put some time...
He smokes a lot of pot, too, I can tell you that. Right, Ron? Yeah, you smoke pot every day.
Don't bum us high, Drew.
But we learn to read voices. Doing the show every night, you learn to read the voice.
I think Chris is no stranger to the bong either. Did you hear that one?
No, I am not.
Oh, okay.
Well, for like a long time, I was depressed, and I like tried to see a counselor, but
well, what happened?
They try to dwell too much on like
the yucky part.
Well, no, it's just they just try to be like all touchy feely, like, oh, well, I'm sorry. It's like, well, it happened. Don't be sorry. Help me.
Well, the part of helping you is you helping yourself by showing up and just getting involved with the process.
Yeah, just stay with it, and eventually it'll start to make more sense.
Get back into it and put time into that and a little less time into the piercings. That's when I see somebody walking around with a whole lot of piercings, they ought to just get a windbreaker made up, molested.
Yeah.
That's what I see.
Not even molested, but just
screwed with.
After with.
Someone after with them.
Yeah.
That's what it says to me. I see too many tats. I see too many piercings. I just go someone after with them. Now, there's a certain amount of that stuff that can just be chalked up to style. And when you're between the ages of, 15 and 25, although out here in Hollywood, that stuff goes way into the 30s and early 40s with these idiots walking around with the ponytails and whatnot. But there's a thing when you're sort of susceptible to what's going on. And you watch MTV and your favorite VJ's sporting an earring, and you want an earring too, and that's fine. Yeah. That's one earring, or that's one tattoo, or that's two earrings, or two tattoos, but that's not both nipples and your schwanz pierced and 3/4 of your body covered with the tats. Yeah. That means afterward. Right. That's the way I read it anyway. Chris Owens is here from the X-Files. He'll still be here when we get back, and when we come back, we'll talk to Brianne, who's 15. Dared her bro to eat cat poop. Oh, we should have got to this. Oh, she's only been on hold for 3 minutes. We still should have got to it 5 minutes ago. He did. Can he get the tapeworm? That's good. Can you imagine a cat looking at that, thinking, buddy, can't you just get one of those little boxes like everyone else? All right, we'll be back.
This is Loveline. Loveline will be right back.
Hey, it's the Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. Dr. Drew. Chris Owens is here from the X-Files.
I had a long day there today.
The cigarette-smoking man's... Oh, you did? Yeah, you're in Hawaii today.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I'm going in a couple of weeks.
Where are you going?
Maui.
Where?
Yeah. I don't know where. The
Kanapali?
Kanapali, yeah.
Who cares when you're in Maui? It's all great, isn't it?
Maui is 3 distinctly different areas. The Kapalua rains twice a day. So windy you can't believe it. Kanapali, it's sunny all the time, but it's big, long, broad beaches. And then Wailea is dry as a bone and coves.
All on Maui.
Yeah. Totally different.
Do you go snorkeling and do all that stuff?
A little bit.
Oh, yes. Scuba diving.
Yeah, they have an aquarium. It's beautiful.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
What do you need an aquarium for? Just get a snorkel.
You can do that too. But you have 6-year-olds. You can't go out and see all that stuff.
Never too young to get them out there, Drew.
No, I got them into snorkels.
Duct tape into one of those boogie boards and drag them out.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little dangerous. I mean, they have to coordinate, blowing the water out and stuff.
They're going to suck some of that seawater in. Brianne?
Yeah?
You're 15?
Yes.
All right. Your brother ate some cat poo?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Well, we dared him to.
Oh, that explains it. How old's your brother?
He's almost 14.
Mm-hmm.
Do you dare him to do other things that he carries out?
No.
This was the first time you'd...
Yeah. First time.
Mm-hmm. How much of the poo did he eat?
A little piece.
What did you guys do? What did they do?
Me and my friend were playing Truth or Dare, and my brother was sitting there.
He must be into the friend, right? That's how you stay in the game, right?
Yeah. And it really impresses a lady when you ingest some fecal matter.
Yeah.
I love that. Oh, yeah. Come here, baby. Let me slip you a little of that sandpaper tongue.
Well,
Ugh.
we didn't think it'd do any harm, so.
All right. So he ate it. And what was in it for him, by the way? I mean...
That's the point.
Nothing. It was just a good laugh for us.
It's the kind of guy I want to put to work for me. Come here. Hey, I'm out of toilet paper. Come here. Oh, put the crescent wrench down and come here.
So what happened to your brother? Is he sick?
No, he's not.
He's fine?
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah. He'll probably be all right.
So your
Just
question
make sure
is...
he never needs cancer chemotherapy, never gets HIV, because
I should hope not.
because what you can get is toxoplasmosis, which is actually a pretty common condition, and usually, in most cases, your immune system will keep it in check. But that's the one big concern I'd have about that. But
yeah.
Do you
otherwise,
feel guilty?
No, not at all.
What if he died?
Then we'd all know why.
That'd be nice. I'd like to be there at the eulogy. He was a humanitarian, a student. He was a son. He was an animal lover. Boy, did he love animals.
Is that him in the background?
No,
Who is that?
my grandfather.
Oh, boy. Don't tell him.
What's he eating?
Nothing. I should make him eat a piece, though.
Oh, Brianne, where do you live?
Brianne, he must really like your friend, though, right?
What's the matter? You don't have cable?
Right. He's really your friend, right? Your brother?
Yeah, I guess you could say so.
Yeah.
He kind of gets on my nerves, though.
Yeah, all right. Well, see if you can get him a little something with the friend, just as, a little thank you very much for eating the poo. A little payback. A little something for the effort. Oh, that poor son of a bitch. Oh, is he going to despise her in about 20 years?
20 years?
20 minutes? I'm just saying, it's going to be tough down the road. And that's, believe me, it's the kind of thing you hold over someone's head. Don't believe me, too, that'll come out in a cocktail party in about 15 years when he's got a few highballs in him. She made me, I bet, I ate the gabu! And he's going to actually start crying, and you're going to have to deny it, but it's going to be so specific. You know when you deny stuff that's really specific? We were playing Truth or Dare. It came time to the dare.
In the living room. Janie Smith was there. I was so into her.
Mitzi just made, and after about a 20-minute setup and with the final part eating the cat poo, all you can go is, oh, I did not. And it's just like, you always know when people are either lying or telling the truth by the amount of specific information involved.
And the emotional content they infuse that material with,
right?
Really
if he has
this,
can't fake that.
Yeah,
right. If someone offers him a cocktail weenie and he starts gagging on it, that ain't acting. Helena,
Hi, Adam.
how are you?
Hello, Chris Owens.
You're 21. What's going on? You good looking?
I'm about average, I guess.
You being modest?
That means good.
Well, it's kind of biased to ask that, I guess.
What's the question?
Basically, I'm 21 years old, and I'm still a virgin. And I found, especially in the last few years, that the longer I've been waiting, the more particular I am with just boyfriends in general.
Sure.
Who I choose to date and who I want to even be around. And I was wondering if this is just a phase or if it's like something, because I feel that I'm just being a little too picky at times.
Why are you still a virgin at 21?
Well, it kind of just started as like I just wanted to wait until I was like in love with the person that I was with.
See, we're wondering if you're looking for reasons to avoid intimacy. Or the reasons that intimacy would be particularly frightening to you.
I actually, like, I'm I'm not trying to avoid it. In fact, I kind of want to have it.
But let's go back to, are there reasons that intimacy would be particularly unpleasant or frightening to you?
Like in my past, you mean?
Yeah, previous experiences with intimacy that were unpleasant.
Nothing with previous boyfriends, but like when my parents were divorced and stuff, and
you lose
I don't really keep in contact with my dad.
Okay, there you go.
So scary to reconnect with a male who may be taken away once again. I know it sounds so textbook, but it is.
But I'm looking for intimacy. Like I really want to have it.
But here's the deal with whatever you want in life. Whatever it is you want, you get.
You do it, yeah.
Everybody who truly, there's what you say you want and then what you want. And anybody who really wants to lose their virginity, especially female, by 21, she was done at 14.
But I have certain conditions for that. People who want to get rich will get rich, but they won't do it like the next day.
No, you can get laid tonight. It's different, but you can't have $1 million tonight unless the sheik who bangs you pays you $1 million.
Or you're a really good lay.
You could make the $1 million and lose your virginity.
What about previous boyfriends? Haven't you had close encounters, as it were?
There are a few close encounters.
But they weren't the guys that you felt strong enough about?
Basically, yeah. They weren't people that I would think that if, like, 2 years down the road, I'm like, who'd I lose my virginity to? I'd be have no regrets about.
All right, but you're not religious. Is that true?
Basically, yeah, that's true.
You're not religious.
I'm not religious.
Okay. So, this is just about intimacy. It's about you not wanting to really connect with someone. You can use all the reasons in the world, but you're not ready to connect. That's what's going on. And the reason you made the criteria so difficult is because you don't want to connect. You know, it's like people that don't want to get jobs go to place, and then come home and explain why they wouldn't work out there. Then
So
pay's
what do I
not high
need to
enough,
do?
the boss is an a-hole. Well, what's the upshot is they don't work. And the upshot with you is you don't connect.
So what do I need to do?
Well, you need to work out why it is you're scared to reconnect in the relationship with your dad and the feelings you have with your dad.
Take
and
some more risks in your relationship.
Abandonment and all that kind of stuff, but it's not really about just finding the right guy.
Take some more risks.
Like do things that I don't want to do?
Yeah, that might be uncomfortable to you. I wouldn't say something you don't want to do.
Where's your dad now?
He's out of the country.
Oh, okay.
No way to reconnect with him in any way?
I don't want to.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Why don't you want to?
He doesn't meet our criteria.
I haven't talked to him since I was 12.
Okay. All right, so that's pretty much abandonment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was both ways. Like, he's tried to get in touch with me, and I just don't want to.
Right. Okay, so you shut down pretty early, and you're not going to get reconnected with anybody.
Ever?
Well, no, you got to get a little therapy. You got to work on yourself a little. Don't give the Drew, because
yes, that would work, but she may be able to do it without that.
her relaxing her checklist a little with men is never going to work with her. She's got to get at the root of the problem.
But if she's
Chris
able
agrees
to,
with
if
me,
she's
don't
able
you?
to take some risks, maybe those feelings will come out. She'll see them.
Yeah, but how's she going to take some risk without a little therapy?
Yeah, that's the point.
I can hear it in her voice.
All right.
It's going to take her a little while.
All right.
All right, but if you can do it, by all means do it. I mean, if you can find a guy tomorrow who seems like a decent guy, he may not be as tall or as handsome
We're
or
not
as
saying
whatever.
go have sex with somebody. We're saying take risks emotionally with these relationships.
Right. I think you're suggesting a hand job, aren't you? Okay.
The phone number for Loveline is 1-800-LOVE-191. Loveline, I'll be right back.
Yeah, but he's nodding his head like he's glad to be here.
I'm nodding.
Sunday, 9 o'clock on Fox. Much more success to you, and come back anytime you like.
Thanks, I'd like to do that.
Plug whatever project you like. So, until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
Mommy! This has been Loveline.
The views expressed on Loveline are not necessarily those of the staff, the management, or the sponsors of this radio station.